So for the last part of this exercise, we're going to go ahead and practice more with our drawing skills in creating this banner. The first part in creating this banner is finding the center point on this artboard. So if you guys remember from the earlier exercises on artboards, we'll come over here to the artboard tool, and I'm going to go ahead and select this artboard, and I'll put on the center marks. So right up here, show crosshairs. And these are kind of like extra guides for us. Once I'm done, I'll hit the escape key, and I'll go ahead and pull a guide that snaps to that point. And I'll draw another guide right here. And so now we have two guidelines marking the center of this banner graphic. And I'm going to go ahead and make a custom guide for the stripes on this banner. I'll go ahead and use my grid tool. I'm going to come over to the center, okay, and I'll hover inside. I'll hold down on my Alt key and make sure it's the Alt key next to your arrow keys. And I'll go ahead and make a grid from that center point. And for this grid, I don't need any columns, but I do need 5 rows. So right about there looks good. I'll release. And now that I have that selected, I'll go to View, Guides, and Make Guides. And now you can see those have turned into that cyan color for our guides. That'll be about all we need to do for the guides. Now let's start drawing. Now remember, knowing that anytime we draw objects, they successively move up in the stacking order. So I'm going to try to do all the graphic shapes that are farthest back and then move up. So I'm going to go ahead and change to snap to point, and then I will uncheck the snap to grid. Now using my rectangle tool, I will find the intersection between those two guides. My smart guides tell me that we have hit an intersection, and I will snap it into place. I'll go ahead and change the fill to black. Command click when I'm done. Okay, I'll do the same thing over here. And since I have snap to point, it stays right on those guidelines. So now I need to make these concentric circles along with this star shape inside. I'll go ahead and move back to my ellipse tool, and I'll make the first one. So I'll hold down on the Alt key, hold down on Shift, and I will draw that first circle. And I'm going to line it up around the center of the black line that I can see in my template. I'll switch the stroke and fill, and I will increase the stroke weight. So I need actually 2 other circles. I need a white stroke circle and a black stroke circle, and they are all concentric. So I could draw another circle from that center line, or I could select this one. I'll do Command C, Command Shift V to paste in place. Holding down on the Shift and Alt key, I can take a copy of that last one that I just made and shrink it down. So we need to make one more, and this one is going to be a white stroke. So I'll do Command C, Command Shift V, and I will size this one right in the center. This time I will change the stroke color from black to white, and I'll shrink that down just a little bit more, right about there. And I'm just looking to kind of line this stroke so that it hits the extents of these other black strokes. So I'll just select that white stroke and increase it. And that looks about right. And then finally I will add this star shape. So I'll go ahead and find my star tool. I'll find the center. I'll click and drag. I don't need to hold down on the Alt key yet. I do need to hit the down arrow because I only need 5 points. Now I need to make this star read like a traditional star. I'm looking for those top edges to line up. So I'm going to hold down on the Alt key. I'm also going to hold down on the Shift key. And now we have a nice traditional symmetrical star. Then I'll release. I'll go ahead and fill in that star shape with black, and I'll bring down the stroke weight a little bit. Once I'm done, I'll hit the V key for my black arrow. I'll turn off my guides, Command, semicolon. There we go.